Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bethany Empowers Tarot. I am Bethany and I am doing another love and relationship or love and romance reading today. I decided to do another one because I kind of had this realization that this is an area that a lot of us need support and guidance and clarification on. If we're being really honest with ourselves, um, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing when it comes to relationships and love. And there's a lot of things we need to heal. And there's a lot of dynamics that are not healthy that we have maybe grown up in society is telling us that it's healthy, or it's perpetuated in media or in within our families that it's normal, when we're realizing a lot of things are actually maybe codependency and abuse or neglect or things that are not good for us. So I'm not saying all that's going to come up here, but that is like a reason I believe that I want to focus a lot more on our relationships with each other. And love and romance tend to be the most intimate relationships we have, right? We're sharing parts of ourselves with that person or these people that a lot of other people, that like friends and family, you don't really necessarily share with, right? And siblings and children, right? It's a different dynamic that is meant to help us awaken and see parts of ourselves that we're meant to heal and let go of or embrace more of, right? So they're extremely important in our life. And a lot of the readings that I would do with people, they come to me with relationship questions. I kind of have resisted gearing my readings more towards love. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I felt like maybe I'm not qualified because I'm not currently in a relationship, but I have lots of experience with it, and I have lots of guidance and insight to provide. So just because I'm not in a current committed relationship doesn't mean I can't advise and support other people through whatever they're going through. So that is my big spiel for why I'm going to focus on love and relationships. We are going to kind of do the same thing where I'm going to do like a two person spread, right? We'll look at one person's energy, the other person's energy. I can say you and them, or I can just say this person, that person, and take whatever resonates for you, however you feel like you're showing up in whichever side. And you may find that you find yourself in both sides, which means you might be mirroring the person that you're thinking about, that the reading is about, that you're with. So just take whatever resonates for you, leave what does not, because it is a general reading. Not everything is going to be exact for you or for somebody else, or it could be. And it sounds like I'm picking up exactly what your situation is. So, but that rarely happens where, it's usually just like parts of it. So don't feel like if some of the things I'm saying doesn't resonate or doesn't make sense for your situation, but other things do, just take the things that do. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of see how this goes. I may do more than one spread if I feel like it's needed, or I may just do the one spread. So we will see how it goes and what Spirit wants to do today, because they are in charge. So let's see. What is person one, or the first person I'm picking up on? What is their energy, their current energy towards love and relationships and romance? What's their current energy? So this could be you or the other person. We'll kind of see what comes out. Okay, that's a lot. I don't really want all of those. Okay, can I just get one, please? Just one at a time. One at a time. My goodness, we're quiet today, huh? Okay, or two. Messiah and storyteller. Interesting. Okay. Messiah, serving humanity with humility, or exaggerating belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. And the storyteller is the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. The shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. I'm kind of feeling like a spiritual ego here. But so someone who maybe does serve humanity with humility and likes to talk about those things, or that's the way that they do, is they're a storyteller. They are able to express their life through and what they're how this is how they're serving others through stories and symbols. But we just want to be careful with the whole like spiritual ego thing. Like, if they perhaps call themselves a messiah, you might want to, that might be a red flag. So just that's how they're showing up in love and relationships. Perhaps they also like to tell stories to connect with other people. Like, that's more what I'm getting. Um, and like they like to paint themselves in a specific light through the stories that they're telling. So like they tell you stories about themselves that make them come across in a positive light, which isn't a bad thing, but we just again want to be mindful that that's not the only side to somebody, and there's always shadow sides to people. Okay, so that's how they're showing up in love and relationships in general. Okay, now let's see how the other person is showing up in love and relationships in general. Companion. So loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. The shadow attribute is betrayal of misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. So this person showing up really looking for a companion. Okay. So this is how they show up. I'm in general, okay, in love romance. So now I want to look at these two people, how they're showing up with each other. Right? So the first person, how are they showing up with the second person? This one, the wounded child. Perhaps the storyteller thing is uh, something they developed because of a wound that they have from childhood. So it awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness, which again, with the Messiah card, like the serving humanity, perhaps this is something that they do. Perhaps they work with children, and that's, you know, something that they talk about a lot. The shadow attributes blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. Okay, so they're showing up with this other person possibly in their wounded child energy. Let's see how person B is showing up. Servant. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. And the shadow attribute is using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. I don't. Okay, every relationship is transactional, but I was kind of getting like there's like a transactional thing here, is like they, and not in a negative way. Like I don't want it to be taken in a way that's like every relationship is transactional. We are getting something from the other person's getting something from us. And whether we know what those things are or not, it is what matters. But we are all exchanging energy in relationships, and that's why they exist, right? That's the purpose of relationships. So I mean, perhaps this person, the first person in the wounded child energy, talks a lot of like talks about what they've been through as a child, and perhaps like to appeal to other people's, like they're trying to get empathy and compassion, which isn't a bad thing, but that's what they're trying to get out of a relationship, or and possibly like with this person, the other person, and this person, perhaps they're attracted to each other because this person is showing up as servant, delighting in serving others with a free and loving heart, because that person can feel that from this person. So I'm already kind of getting that this may be not necessarily I'm probably gonna do another spread because I feel like this is maybe not a warning, but maybe it's not gonna be as supportive or healthy for one of the people here, because this person's kind of, like I said, showing up in their wounded child energy isn't necessarily going to mean a healthy relationship unless they're aware of it. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which deck I want to use. I guess I'll use this one because it's kind of helpful. Okay, tell me more about this other person and maybe their intentions. I feel like I need to look at what is this person's intentions. So person A or person one, what is their intentions with person B? Meanie, open to life and transcendence. They are attempting, again, I was talking about transactional, like it feels like this person may be trying to get something from the other person, which is why it's like you can choose to or not, like whoever you are. With the meanie card, that's like our inner bully. Like, and then we have open to life, and then we have transcendence. So this person sees that they can get some kind of something from the other person, companionship, possibly them serving them. Um, they may not have the best intentions, unfortunately. Let me see what the intentions are for the other person and if they're aware of the other person's intentions. This is potential, yeah, optimism and emotional expression. So the other person, the companion servant person, is more sees the potential in the other person, and maybe that's why there is and is more optimistic about love, um, and is more open, more emotionally open. And I feel like there's a part of person A or person one that is operating from their wounded energy. So they may not realize that they're just trying to get something from the other person. Okay, I want to get some tarot now. And so, like, I don't want to say taking advantage of it, possibly taking advantage of this other person without realizing it. I feel like that they might be more in their shadow energy, but I want to get, how can we know who this person is? Six of Coins. Six of Coins is about, again, it's about equal energy exchange. So getting something from, if you feel like somebody's trying to get something from you, or you feel like you're just trying to get something from somebody else, it's that relationship I'm talking about. An equal energy exchange. So this relationship is serving a purpose for each person, whether it is conscious or not. The servant companion is like, I want to be this person's companion. I see that they need maybe my energy. I can serve them in some way. Again, that person may be fully aware of what they're doing, right? Take it as it resonates. There's going to be a spectrum of whether like it's on the toxic side or the more positive side. Like I said, this could be an equal energy exchange where both parties are getting something out of the relationship that they need at this moment, but could potentially become toxic if it's not meant to be a long-term thing, and the people attempt to continue it even though it's not meant to continue, if that makes sense. So like once what you guys got from each other was what you needed, and now it's time to move on and you're not moving on, that's when it can turn toxic. So we have the Eight of Cups, which I'm talking about. Like we have the Nine of Cups that flew out, which is like wishes being fulfilled. This person may feel like it is their, like each other feel like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. My wishes are being fulfilled with this person. And we have the Hermit, so that's Virgo energy, contemplation. But it's also maybe asking you to contemplate, like stop and think, is this person really who I desire? Is this person really everything that I want? Am I getting an equal amount of energy exchange? Like, am I getting the same that I'm giving back? Make sure that you are, checking in with yourself about that. The Prince of Staves, which is I can't remember what the Prince is the Page or the Knight. I want to say it's the Page of Wands, which is like oh, let me get more on that. Let me see. And Judgment. There is some kind of, I feel like there is some kind of lesson tied here to like really look at whether this is it or not for you. I'll get more. With the I was kind of feeling like immaturity almost, like someone who's not quite fully ready for a relationship. And it feels like it's like the one who's showing up in their wounded child energy. But we will see. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, which feels more like the feminine side over here, the companion servant energy with the emotional expression and all that. There's one person sitting in her queen energy ready to receive and to give because she has enough to give. And the other person is showing up in the more immature, wounded child energy. Transformation. Yeah, there needs to be some kind of change or inner transformation with that person specifically. And that's maybe what they're trying to get through this relationship. Five of Wands. This is like competition or conflict. What's this about? Ten of Coins. The Ten of Pentacles. This is about inheritance. Something they inherited from their family, like a way of being in relationship. Maybe they're used to chaos and conflict and they try to perpetuate that. It can also be about marriage and family. The Eight of Coins. Yeah, there needs to be work, inner child work and healing done through through the person obviously showing up in their wounded child energy. This is developing skills. So they could be learning through this other person skills they weren't able to learn as a child, right? Relationship skills, relational skills. I keep checking that because like the microphone died and I recorded a video and it died in the middle of it, and then like the last half of it didn't have sound, and then I realized it, and so it was completely silent. So I'm really hoping it's charged, but I just don't want it to do that again. So I was checking to see if the light was on. And it doesn't want to stay today. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. This is apathy, not liking what you're being offered, not taking what is not for you. And innocence, taking a leap of faith. This is the Fool energy. Okay, what else do you need to know about this? What is the advice? You may be very sexually attracted to this person. You may have a lot of sexual chemistry, and that is the attraction, but they may not have everything. It may not have everything emotionally that you need. That's really what I'm getting. Emotionally, this person's not it for you. Maybe sexually, maybe it's like you guys are meant to come together and heal in some kind of sexual way. Like we do store emotions in our sacral chakra, which is where our sacral chakra is our, oh my gosh, our genitals. Jesus Christ, I could not think of that word. So yeah, let's get some advice. What is the advice for this? The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Perhaps you are clinging to this person or this type of person or this relationship energetically or physically. And it says take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. I think this relationship is too much work for you. So if this is resonating for you and you know, and somebody brought to mind, it's like you're giving way more than you're receiving. And the advice is to, what are you clinging to in this relationship? Look at that and let it go. This reminds me of the Tower too. Crumbling is like the Tower card. You need to let something go. This relationship, it seems like. So, this feels very much like the take a break feels like the contemplation hermit card. So take a break from this person, get some space, and like really contemplate, like, what am I getting from this? If you can't really name a lot, and then also like it doesn't add up to like what you're giving, this relationship is not for you anymore. And you need to either like have a conversation about it or, just end it. Yeah, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And past life relationship, you've known each other before. So this is a karmic relationship, a past life relationship, which is why maybe it's hard to let go of. That's what it's like. What are you clinging to? It's like you feel like you've known this person before in another life, or you know, you feel some kind of like kindred spirit with them. You feel romantic feelings, and you feel like they're real and worth exploring. However, I'm with the keep an open mind. I'm really feeling like you may need to rethink the type of person that you want to be with. Perhaps this is the type of person you tend to go for, and they're telling you like it's time to let it go. You're kind of clinging to it, and they want you to take a break from this interaction if you're still interacting with this person, and kind of get some clarity um, around it, because it's not necessarily equally balanced. They may be taking more from you than you are getting from them. So I am going to do another spread. I could already feel that I might need to, because certain messages want to come out. So that was that one. If you would like your own reading with me, that information is below. So we can get more into your situation. If you didn't get all of your questions answered, or that was picking up on your situation and you would like more detail about your situation specifically, reach out and schedule a reading with me, or just schedule one and then I will reach out to you. Okay, so let's go on to a different scenario. I may do just this one or another one as well, but I do need to leave soon, so I don't know how much time I have. Okay, let's see how this person, so Spirit, please like pick up on a different scenario for anyone who's did not resonate with that first one. What is the first person, person A or person one? What is their energy towards relationships right now? Virgin. Ooh, perhaps they haven't been in a lot of relationships, or they literally are a virgin. It's maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. They could also have just been celibate for a really long time. The shadow attribute is fear of intimate union. So again, that could be to protect themselves from being hurt, or it could really be like, I'm just saving myself for the right person, right? All right, let's see the other person's energy towards relationships at the moment. This one, the Midas Miser. That's interesting, because it's similar. Like the Midas and the Miser are like maybe sometimes hoarding, or um, holding on to things, and like I was feeling like it's more of like a protection thing, and so that's kind of similar. They're kind of mirroring each other in that, as like the Virgin might be protecting themselves, like I said, in like the shadow energy, but also even in the light energy, protecting themselves from not taking on other people's energy that they don't want to, because it's not their person, you know. But we have entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. The shadow attribute is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Okay, let's see how they're showing up with each other. How's the Virgin showing up with the Midas Miser? What's their energy towards that person or towards the relationship? So that's how they're showing up in general. Like both people protecting themselves, it seems like to me. That's kind of what I'm getting. Holding back. The Virgin, maybe it's like holding back emotionally. The Midas Miser, maybe holding back physically. So how are they showing up with each other? Poet. Expresses soul insights in symbolic language. The shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So this, I'm feeling very watery, almost like Piscean energy with the Virgin and the Poet. Very much like I don't know why, just like the expressing in symbolic language. Perhaps the person is a poet, or I'm feeling like a muse, like this person maybe feels like the other person is their muse, or yeah, kind of like that. Let's see how the Midas Miser is showing up with the Virgin and the Poet. Who's their energy towards that person? This one. A servant. Oh, interesting. That came up in the first one. Perhaps, I mean, you may resonate with both of these. Perhaps you have different people in your life. Who knows? Take it as it resonates, but they're showing up in their servant energy. Like they want to be of service to this person in some way. I kind of want to get one more for this. Fool, which is funny because the Fool energy came up in the first reading as well. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. The shadow is using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. I kind of feel like I heard like I'm a fool for you. Like this person, like who's normally like holds on. I mean, the Midas Miser can also be like, to me, it's like the Four of Pentacles energy, which is like holding on to something too tightly, is like maybe being attached to somebody else, being very attached to somebody almost. So it can be like being attached to your physical things. You know, I'm also getting a very literal like this person, but this person, the Midas Miser, could actually be very like stable financially, and they have a lot of like physical wealth and security, and to the point of like because of that they have the means to, it also feels like this is possibly the masculine energy and the virgin poet's like the feminine energy, has the means to be a like to, I don't want to say serve, but like yeah, basically has everything they need to provide for this person. um and they kind of feel like I'm a fool for you, like they, or they are afraid of acting like a fool in front of this person because they like them so much. But kind of what I'm getting is like when I'm a fool for you, it's like I really like you and I'm afraid of acting stupid or saying the wrong thing, or you know, because I want to hold on to you. I want to serve you. I'm getting a little like yeah, I want to be of service to you. I want to service you, if you know what I mean. Okay, confidence. So I wasn't thinking about who this was for, but I was going to start over here. So confidence, I feel like this person kind of brings out the confidence in the virgin. Not that the virgin wasn't confident already. I actually do feel that like they were, because with the poet energy, it's like the way that they express themselves is very confident. And with the virgin energy, I'm also getting like it's more about just like this purity of heart and spirit, um, that makes them seem innocent. Okay, what about this person? Gosh, there's a lot coming through. This person has a lot of feelings for you. Self-love, expansion, and unfold. Look at these two are opposites, 46 and 64. Not a coincidence. With the self-love card, this person has loved themselves enough and has done the self, like they have a lot of love and respect for themselves. That's why they're able to be of service, to give to this relationship with this other person. That's why they want to. I think that goes along with the Midas and Miser card, because it is like, I love myself enough to do well for myself financially, to save, to, you know, do those things. That was very loud. And then with the expansion and unfold, it's like there's something kind of magical and very expansive about this relationship, I think, to both people, where, but it also is like there's this like slow unfoldment of it, in that it cannot be rushed. And neither person want to rush it either. They're kind of like enjoying getting to know each other, and feeling the expansive energy when they connect with each other. Interesting, interesting. There's a lot. This person has a lot to say. Like the second person, person B, person one, I mean two, has a lot of energy. Like almost maybe, I don't know. We'll get more on that. Let's get more on that. Whereas like maybe they talk more. And like the first person, person A, perhaps isn't more of like a quiet, only speaks when they really have something to say, um, like a little more like, yeah, like quiet, reserved. That's why they're coming up as divergent energy. And this person maybe is a little bit more outgoing. And maybe they're just having a lot of realizations about the relationship as well. It could be that too. All right, so what is the energy of this relationship? How will you know who it is for you, if it resonates for you? Oops. Oh my gosh. The Nine of Coins and the Prince of Wands. Someone is a single mom or a single dad. That's really what I'm getting. Someone has one child, or they both could have that, right? Each have one child, but I'm getting single parent energy there. The Three of Cups, this is about celebration. You could have a mutual friend group or a mutual friend, know someone in common you could have met through mutual friends, but it's also coming together, going out, having fun. It could start possibly more casually. The Eight of Cups. What is this about? What's the Eight of Cups about? This is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. Queen of Wands. Perhaps somebody had to or has to walk away from somebody else that they had maybe like a relationship with, a fling with. The Queen of Wands feels more like a fling. Perhaps when you met this person or when things started unfolding more, getting to know each other more, one person had to let go of somebody else. Yeah, we have Virgo energy, contemplation. That's the Hermit, and then the Judgment card. Yeah, someone had to like go within and decide like, who do I want to be with, basically, or like what almost even to like what type of person do I want to be on. It's also maybe like maybe this was actually what I'm getting is like previously they had to walk away from somebody or somebody walked away from them, and it put them in this hermit where, remember how I was talking about this person like maybe hasn't been with anybody in a while, like both people actually, because like maybe this person really just focused on their work and their money and career. And with the Midas card and the Miser card, that's more so what I'm getting. And then it was like Judgment is more so like deciding to step out and start dating again. Temptation. This is the Devil energy, but it's like feeling very tempted. What are we tempted by? I feel like this is a person who's very tempted. It can be about lust. The Nine of Wands. This is like feeling like you had to persevere. This can also be, this maybe feels like persevering through healing addictions, codependencies, toxic behaviors, patterns. That's really what it feels like. Not wanting to repeat the same mistakes in relationships and love. And both of these people seems like they've done the work with that. Yeah, triumph. I love this. Um, this is an ending card. So like both of them have come to, and like you maybe if you have met them already, if you haven't, both of you have came to some kind of like ending, as in like a major life cycle, like of doing some inner work that you feel like you've triumphed over. Like again with the temptation, the Devil card is like you've triumphed over this energy of codependent patterns in relationships or not attracting the same type of people. Yeah, the Seven of Swords, this is about like deception and lies and hold on. Prince of Coins, this is the Page of Pentacles. And what is this about? Somebody could have been lied to. I feel if somebody was younger than the other person, I'm kind of feeling, because I was feeling like child energy, but it's more like someone lied to somebody else. That person who lied to that person was younger than the other person. Six of Cups, this is about nostalgia, things coming back from the past. This relationship could bring up those feelings, only to compare it to that in the way that it's like, this is not the same. Yeah, power. This is the Emperor. Somebody's finally like feeling more powerful, and through experiencing something very difficult in relationships and letting themselves develop this. So I feel like it's the masculine, the self-love, right? Of not going back to old patterns and behaviors or people, types of people. And grace. What is grace? Is the star. Yeah, that's about healing. Grace is the star card. Yeah, so a lot of healing has been done here in order for this to come together. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. And like someone had to go through a lot of healing in order to finally feel ready, or they may still be going through this healing process in order to feel ready for an actual relationship. So that's why it might start off a little more casual, a little more like, yeah, the Two of Pentacles. This is going back and forth because somebody for a little while may go back and forth like, am I ready? Do I want to do this? I really like this person, right? Like, I talk about it there. The expansion and the unfolding is like not rushing this. Like, don't rush this. It feels like it's a really beautiful relationship, and it is unfolding into one. Let me just get some advice. Yeah. But I kind of feel like the advice is like not to rush it because it feels like a really beautiful connection where both people mirror each other and will understand each other, but the both have had to go through this like difficult, painful cycle. And I'm also getting with like the single parent vibe here is like one or both people may be very busy a lot, have to juggle a lot of things. And so they're ready to put those burdens down to be in a relationship so that they can like get the support and the help from a person with whom they have a connection. Fill up your well, retreat, rest, refuel. I really feel like both people need to do this, or did this and also still need to do it. And I think maybe they'll also be able to do it with each other because they'll be able to help each other remind themselves they need to rest. Align your life, what is no longer in alignment with who you truly are. I think in meeting each other, both people realize that as well. Also, when you rest, you can look into those things, like check in with yourself. What's working? What's not working? Why am I so exhausted? Do I need to let go of this thing? Do I need to let go of that thing? Am I working too much? Am I draining myself? Can I say no here? Things like that. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. I feel like these people kind of already know that they would like to be with each other or that it's going in that direction, but there may be some doubts because of the past. And maybe they both have some self-doubt because of experiences they've had in the past. And it's kind of reassuring that like you're doing the right thing, you're on the right track. This relationship possibly is, something that could turn into something solid, but let it unfold naturally. Yeah, worth waiting for. See, like, oh my gosh, divine timing is at work in your love life. Let it unfold naturally. Do not try to force things. Let it kind of align the way it's supposed to align. Let each person do what they need to do, feel how they need to feel, have the space if they need to have the space. Like, that's what's going to make this relationship work. Okay, then we have playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Definitely feel like you guys bring this out in each other. I'm being reminded of the singles um, reading I did the other day, which was about that. Like one person like is very playful and brings out that playful side in the other person, and it excites the other person. So I feel like this may be a brand new relationship for my singles. The other one kind of felt like an already established relationship, the one I just did before this one. Yeah, this could be the one. See, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. That could be parents. That could be, yeah, I mean, it generally starts with our parents, but it's like past relationships as well, right? Maybe it's like also like the parent of your child, right? If because the single parent thing was coming through, that kind of feels relevant. But yeah, like this could be the one, and I think you guys both see the potential. And I really just feel like the advice is to like let it unfold naturally. Let it unfold naturally. Let each person be who they need to be. Um, Healing and alignment is happening through this relationship. It feels very significant. I know I can feel this like energy of like, please pull more. I don't know which deck to use though. Maybe this one. It's almost like I do feel like that is an energy that you guys feel with each other too. Is like, I kind of want more. Like, I thought this wasn't going to be a serious thing. Maybe it was going to be a fling, or maybe it wasn't going to, go anywhere. But like, you guys can like, the more time you spend with each other, the more you're like, I want more. I want more of you. Yeah, judgment. See, this is like the not giving up on it. Like, I really felt like, okay, I'm going to end it there. But then you're like, no. Like, almost like you may have a doubt. You may have doubts. That's why it's like, what card was like the divine timing card, you're already doing it, stop overthinking, that kind of thing. You're already in this, and the King of Swords. So it may be the masculine that's doubting it, um, that needs to like tell himself, no, it's okay. And I did feel very much like a lot of this has to do with the masculine energy and what he's been through, and that he needs the space. But I think he also needs the reassurance that like, yeah, what you're feeling is accurate. Just because you've been hurt in the past by other people doesn't mean that this person's going to do that for to you, not for you, to you. And to remind the masculine that he's done the work, and he's focused on the healing, and it's okay to open up and like be the man or the person you want to be in this relationship. And so he will have to have that kind of judgment call. Like, I don't know. I feel like, oh, that was a lot. Yeah, see the Lovers, the Two of Pentacles again, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so basically just saying, so like the Lovers is about choice. Oops. Okay, Two of Pentacles going back and forth. I feel like it's more so like, am I ready to be in a relationship? Not necessarily because it's like this person, am I ready to be with this person? It's more so like, I feel the potential with this person. Am I ready to be in a relationship? And I feel like it's like, okay, recognizing that it's time to close out the cycle, that the cycle is closed, and that a new one is starting. However, I just need to kind of like observe the situation and like learn more about this person to see like, are they somebody who's going to have my back? Are they somebody who's going to be there for me, with me when I'm going through something difficult? When shit hits the fan in life, right? Like, can they be that person? And I feel like that's where the alignment needs to happen, or like where the worth waiting for needs to happen. So maybe it's like also like the feminine needs to hear like, if you're ready for this masculine to like commit to you, or you want them to like admit their feelings, or be in a relationship, like give them time and space, because they have been hurt, they have had to heal, they need to really see who you are, and you need to see who they are over time, instead of jumping into a relationship, which is maybe something that each person has done in the past, which has kind of gotten them in this place where they feel like they've had to protect themselves. They've had to be celibate, be a virgin, right? Be a Midas or a miser. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. Clarity is going to come. Truth is going to come out. I will get some timing cards, because I feel like that feels like a conversation, or like finally, like, I really like you. I want to be with you. Like that kind of like judgment call of like, I want to be committed to you. I want to be in a relationship with you. February. Okay. So we could need to wait until February. Like perhaps things aren't going to, become serious until then. Or else have 20, could be the 20th of February, or in 20 days. Let's just get one more. January. See, okay. The more that you allow it to unfold naturally, the sooner it's going to happen. That's honestly what I feel. November. See, see, we keep going backwards. Let's see if there's anything else. Like at first, it seems like it's going to be forever. And now April. We have all these months card, but in fall. I'm putting April back. April 20th, I don't. Seems like a significant date, actually. I'm just gonna leave that out. Or even the 22nd. But fall, yeah, like something's gonna shift in the fall if you listen to the advice of, and then like the other months could be like, now you guys are officially dating, now you guys are moving in together, now you guys are getting engaged. I don't know, things like that. Like could be milestones. I feel like you're gonna reach some milestones with this person. But you just be patient and let the masculine take the lead on the pace, because I think that's going to help him feel safe and realize that the feminine is the person for him, because that's really what he needs. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to do another spread because I do have to go. But I'm sending you guys so much love. If you would like a reading with me, that information is below. And I will see you guys again soon. All right, bye.